Well, hello there. It's that time again. Yes, it is time for our weekly tarot and astrology reading here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon of August the 1st of 2021. And as usual, I am going to look at some Tarot de Marseille trump cards that I pulled at random for upcoming week's reading. And then we'll take a look at a bit of astrology. And as usual, it's going to be interesting, so please stay tuned. Okay, in moment 3, Tarot de Marseille trump cards are going to come onto the screen and cover my face. Now the cards I drew from the CBD Tarot for this week's reading are the Empress, Strength, and the Tower. So what message does this convey to us? The Empress is sitting upon her throne, rather passive. Her eyes are not particularly focused. She is holding a shield with one arm, and the other hand, holds a scepter of power. She's more or less looking directly at us, so this could be the present, so to speak, if you want to put it in a time frame. Then we see that she stands up. She becomes a lady of strength. She is holding a lion's mouth, open or closing it, with both of her hands. It's a two-handed gesture. She has to get rid of the tools because she has to control the lion. Now the lion could be possibly our impulses. It could be our quote-unquote base nature or more negative emotions. Or it could just simply be our eagerness perhaps to rush forward and deal with a situation that's represented by the Tower. The Tower is a big breakdown. The Tower is a demolishing of structures, as we see. A building is being hit by lightning. Now, what could this be? Does this mean we're going to face a disaster? No, not hardly. This could be something that we actually bring upon ourselves in a constructive, and it's constructive and destructive at the same time. The idea of breaking something down so we make something new. Notice that if we look at the headdresses, the hats of the characters, we look at the Empress, she has this crown on her head that then in the next frame, in the Strength card, becomes a very open hat. So it's like an opening, perhaps it could be analogized to an opening of our minds. And then we see similar colors on the hat of the Strength card becoming the flame of power that demolishes the Tower. This could be our minds applied to breaking down structures that hold us back. But at the same time, we have to take our time with this. We don't want to be hasty. Maybe that's the significance of holding on to the lion's mouth. The lion's not seeing any of this actually. She's kind of shielding him from it. Her hand is in front of his eyes, their hand on the jaw, and he probably can't even really see the scene, but she's looking at it compassionately. Look at her gaze. She's looking at it, but she's not disturbed by it. Again, the emphasis is on control. So we're going to have to be active this week in taking control as we proceed to break down anything that is not serving us at this time. And this dovetails pretty well with the astrology, as we'll see. Yes, astrologically, we are in a waning phase of the moon. Okay. Next Sunday, we're going to have a new moon in Leo. So in the meantime, this is a good time to banish things, to get rid of things that we don't need. Now, I don't tend to do anything magical, any kind of spells or ritual 2 or 3 days before the new moon. I would cut things off like around Friday or so because it's a dark time of the moon. It's not the best time to try to be working with the angelic powers. Tomorrow's a good time. On Monday, the moon is going to be in a sextile aspect to the sun, and if I remember correctly, to Mercury as well, to a couple of planets, and even in a trine to Saturn, which is a very beneficial aspect. So any kind of ritual you might want to do for banishing, with the idea of getting rid of stuff, conditions, or things you don't need any longer, that'd be a good time to do it. The other days, there's nothing particularly striking about them. And again, I would cut things off like by Thursday or Friday. But no, on Sunday night, we're going to have that new moon in Leo. And this will be a time to plant seeds and to make for new beginnings. So that's something exciting to look forward to. Okay, listen, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for watching this reading. Until I see you next week, many, many blessings.